this out some other time. So uh, it's amazing. Over 1,000 people have joined in. The what is it called is still there. The AI training is also still there. Over 2,000 people have registered for that. That one is going to start in September. But this graduate workplace scheme has started. We've done the first module. The first module is self mastery. We've put it out there, and in the weeks to come, you're going to get more modules. In total, there are going to be many modules that you can benefit from. All of this is totally free. I'm doing it in partnership with my very good friends at Genza. So please go there. This year alone, over 8,000 people have registered for all the free courses and free opportunity I've given them for self improvement. Maybe before the end of the year, we'll have over 10,000 people. And that's what we intend to do, get as many people there. My target is if we can get close to 100,000 people, to go through, then we can help a lot of people. Registration cumulatively is, if I factor in one other training I did in the space of, I think, last 2 years, that was about 6,000 registration. So registration with over 8,000 people, we've done over 14,000 people, but my target is over 100,000 people. So let's see how it pans out. We just hope and pray that God gives us the capacity to be able to impact a lot more people and bring healing and succor to those that feel hurt, broken, and disturbed as regards the way things have been panning out in their lives.
Life.
Today,
Today,
I'll
I'll
just preach
just
a
preach a
short
short
message,
message.
that tells you it is possible. What is it in your life that you have told yourself will never be possible? And for you to call me up, 0907 651 1008. For the past 3 or 4 weeks now, we've not had network here on the Nine mobile line. That's why you can't get at me. That's why we're using this one, 0907 651 1008. What have people told you cannot be possible in your life? I want to tell you today that it is possible. It is not that you will not have bad times. You will have rough times. You will have times where you will doubt yourself. But the capacity to keep moving when you doubt yourself is what will bring you unprecedented success. Life is not going to hand you everything easily. So, what is in you that tells you to keep moving when things are wrong? Because I can assure you, those times will come where you will doubt yourself, where you will feel that the back of the world has turned against you. 0907 651 1008. 0907 651 1008. 0907 651 1008. And today I'd like to tell you about somebody like that. The company was started by Egbert in the early 2000s. And when the company started, this man invested in that company, invested $6.5 million. And the truth is, they kept on rolling around the company. The first time, they had to raise more money to keep improving on the company that he invested $6.5 million. As at the time he invested $6.5 million, this man was just worth less than 100 or $200 million. But 2008 came. The man was dealing with his divorce. The company needed more money. The company needed more investment. So what did he do? He decided to submit his last $40 million into this company. And when he submitted his last $40 million, it was a risk because that could have been the end of the company. But they raised some more money, and a year after, they also got a government loan of over $400 million. And he kept on building. And if they had not gotten that money, this man will have been broke. It will have been the end of the man. It will have been finished for him. And he will have had no capacity to be able to move on. The company will have been in dire straits. Everything will have stopped. But as he navigated through, capacity started to build. Then the company went public in 2012. Capacity started to build. A man that barely struggled to get 40 million, when they went public in 2012, they got over 200 million. Then they started to build. I submit to you today that this man's company today is worth over 1 trillion. And the same man that it was his last money that he invested in that company in 2008 is the richest man in the world today. The man's name is Elon. His last name is Musk. The name of the company is Tesla. He didn't found Tesla. Two other co-founders were there. He just came in and made the first investment of 6.5 million when he took over the company. But if he had sunk in 2008, you will not hear him again. You see, the path to life is as at 2008, a lot of people probably didn't know about Tesla. The company was a difficult one to run because then they were petroleum powered cars. He was bringing a new sector that was very novel, which is the electric vehicles. At then, most of the top manufacturing companies for cars didn't think of electric vehicles. But he decided to give electric vehicles a chance when nobody did. If he did not raise that money as at December 2008, today you will not have heard of him. But he took the risk and he raised the money. Elon Musk himself is worth over $340 billion today. The company is worth over 1 trillion. I don't agree with him on many things, but I'm just using the story to be able to inspire somebody out there. Now, what do you feel concerning that the end has come for you? Do not let anybody deceive you or tell you lies about the prospect God has for you. And do not let anybody disrupt what God has done for you. You see, the truth has to be said. You cannot rise beyond the capacity of what you believe about yourself. There's a dream in the heart of everybody that God has put there. But there's also a capacity of you believing in that dream that God has put there. Just imagine if Elon Musk didn't believe as of 2008 that Tesla can thrive. Today, you will not have a company that is not just one of the most valuable companies in the world, was the one that opened the room for many other companies to feel that electric vehicles are possible today. So what is it that is about to die in your hands today? It could be anything. And what belief do you have in yourself and your capacity to be able to bring that thing back to life? Because that capacity is deep within you. Everybody might have a turning phase in their life. But you see, the thing about the turning phase is that the turning phase is also the worst moment of your life. Elon Musk's turning phase was 2008. It was also the worst moment of his life. His two companies were going under. He needed money for them. He was battling a divorce. But once you can turn your turning phase into the phase of truth and success, then nothing can stop you. So what is it now that you think is the very end? A lot of people, as we feel today, not even believe that anything can come out of their life. And you have every right to. I'm not saying your struggles are not valid, but I'm saying there's also a turning phase in your life, and you might just be there. Somebody's calling me already. Hello, how are you doing?
Good morning, sir.
Morning, ma. How are you? Bless you, ma.
This is Mama Hector from US.
Mama Echu, are you at that your turning face today?
I just came out. I
Mama,
just came out.
you just connected to us.
I just came out of my tummy.
You just came out of your turning face. Tell me about your turning face, ma.
My tummy phase was the fifth episode of what they call chronic depression.
Hmm.
And this last one, I never thought I would come out alive.
Hmm.
I refused to tell them in the hospital. Reason is because they're going to place me on some medication. But those medications will not address the root cause. And what is the root cause? The root cause is the assignment that God gave to me
Hmm.
that require the right people to work with and also require money. And the assignment is bigger than me,
Hmm.
but it's not bigger than God. And what is the assignment? The assignment was vested as a result of my heart crying for my people, being frustrated with the situation at home, and I understand the fact that my people are greater than what they are right now. And I understand that God is so, we gave it praise and worship, yet it seems as if it's not hearing our voice.
Hmm.
And what happened to the young generation? And I knew that that is not your original destiny. But what is it? Then he called me and I spoke to me in 2017, precisely on the 17th of August, 11:45 p.m. my time. He told me something. He asked me if he trying to meaningful Nigeria to build a new Nigeria. And he also said, we have to build Africa. These are assignments that are bigger than me. But I know it's not bigger than he that I get before.
Hmm.
So when it became in 2022, 2023, and he said a new Nigeria is possible. That is when I say, yes, this is the confirmation of the assignment I share. But the truth is this, and that is what better anti-Mongol charity organization you know about. But then everything is clumsy. The younger ones that are drawn closer to work with me, they begin to display the true character of who they are right now. And that breaks my heart.
Hmm.
Every day your phone rings, every day they send text message. It's always in me. Not just that. You look at your children, which is my children, the younger generation. A lot of them have been taken out of Nigeria in the name of job, but they take them for prostitution. Some of them you hear their story. My daughter goes out to the Arab country. And what did they do with them? They sleep with them, they ask them to sleep with them, and that breaks my heart. Some of them they ask them to open their mouth and eat an Arab mapupu. Oh my God, they have it on option. It's either they do these two things or they are dead. So
I,
my
I,
daughter
I I
has
get
no
I get your
choice.
point. I get your point, ma. See, the truth
So
is, and I
wait,
appreciate your
wait,
assignment. You've
wait.
spoken for over 4 minutes. I need to get other
After
calls
he
too.
told me he took chronic depression.
I get your
I
point,
said
but
this last one, I will say God, you do not exist.
no,
Because
no,
if
no,
you
no, no,
exist,
no. God exists. No, no, no. See, madam, please. I yeah.
let me land up.
It's
Let
you
me
spent
land up.
over four
So,
minutes. You know, you spent over four
let me
minutes.
just stand up.
I need to allow
So
others coming. I need to
wait,
allow
wait,
others
let me
coming.
finish. I know, don't you
Mama
forget
H, I will not be taking your calls
this
again. No,
on my back. Okay, wait.
Mama
Let
H.
me tell you the
I think it's
wait,
best you
let me
wrap up
tell you the
now.
sad story.
Hmm.
On my birthday, 11th July, he visited me. Because when I saw another year, I said, Lord, it can only be you. He visited me. Then he told me, do you remember when you encountered Peter Obi on AYC? I said, yes. That video clip I was sent to you after 4 days. How many did you see me? I got about 12 million views. He said, then rise up, my daughter. Everything you need.
Okay, Mama Echo, I have to go. I have to go. I have to go. I have to go, Mama Echo. Thank you. Over 5 minutes, please. I must have to beg you. Mama Echo, you're not the only one that calls this show. With due respect, we want to hear all voices. So please, I don't do it for other callers, and it's not fair that I do it for you. Please. Secondly, the truth has to be said. If you've been given the heart of nation building, it's a long journey. It's not a one-time thing. So I don't think it was right for you to go into depression because Peter Obi lost an election. I mean, it's not the end of the world. A nation building thing is a consistent thing. I've been doing this nation building work for over 20 years in media. The reason why I came to media is to build nation. You will see ups, you will see downs. It's not a thing for you to be depressed. And I'm saying it because of your own personal mental health. There's no point being depressed. What you do is you shake yourself back up and you push yourself forward and you keep it moving. Because you see, in the journey of nation building, it is only the God that created the earth that knows the outcome. All you can do is to do your own path. All you can do is to put your own input. But for you to not get depressed because elections were not won, the truth is you need to look at your own self because see, if you didn't come out of that depression, how are you going to keep doing your part to be able to build a nation? And see, in the journey for nation building, the truth has to be said. You can only but do your parts. Disappointments will come. You do the ones you can do. You will have people that will call you and say they want to benefit from you. If you can't give, you can't give. So you don't have to kill yourself because you want to build a nation. Hello, how are you?
Hello, good morning, sir.
Bless you. What's your name?
My name is Kina, calling from Ajawa State.
Please don't take a lot of time. Oh. I'm warning everybody in advance. So I'll not be giving anybody every time like that again. Oh. Hello, how are you?
I am fine, sir.
Yeah.
There's something I really need to discuss with you.
Mm.
And the thing is, I am into agriculture, I do farming.
Mm.
I also produce palm oil. But recently now, for over 1 year now, there's this thing that come up. Everything seems to be challenging, more difficult to meet up with some things and to push out the market and every other thing. But the thing is, I find it difficult, I think, to move forward to what I have or what I am doing.
So what do you think is your own problem as we speak now?
That the problem right now, don't just say it, the problem is how to get the market up and running.
Mm.
That is the challenges
What
I'm
happened to
having
what
now.
happened to the market you had before?
Things have been more difficult to shift market and both sometimes even the land which I acquired to plant some of my crops has been taken by the owners because there's no money to complete the payment of the those. That is the stuff that I'm facing right now.
Okay.
And the thing,
Let's see what we let's see. At first, you need to itemize your problem. Go and think deeply. If I say write one page on your problems, go and think deeply. Write a page. Let's have an holistic view of what the problem is, and call us back some other time, so that you have an holistic view of what the problem is first before we now diagnose the problem. Because you see, sometimes because we don't appropriate things properly, what we think is the problem might not necessarily be the problem. Yes. So a lot of you, what you think is the problem might not necessarily the problem. A lot of you say, "Oh, I need money," but it's not money that's your problem. You are your own problem. You are your own problem. So the day you understand it, the better it is for you. So we need to be able to itemize problem first before we now start looking deep how to solve it. 0907 651 1008. Everybody says money is their problem. When you give them money, they know that money is not their problem. The least of your problem is money. It's when you are giving money, you know that money is not your problem. But everybody thinks money is their problem. Hello, how are you?
Hello, good morning, sir.
Morning, what's your name? Where are you calling from? I can't hear you properly. Can you speak up a little bit louder?
Morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yeah,
I want to ask everything, sir.
I can't hear you. The line keeps going in and out.
Morning, sir. I want to ask everything, sir.
Oh,
Did you hear me now?
yes.
Uh, like Abubakar, I called for Ojo,
Ojo,
like, yes, sir.
go ahead. Tell me about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the farmer.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm the farming for stuff. So I'm exporting these goods to go many countries like Cape Town, South Africa, Belgium, Scotland, and England.
Yeah.
So probably I have to that coronavirus so that the thing come up to us. We are doing this market, they are overpay us. So what would you say? Then lock down, they are overcarry. So then I end the
So
problem.
since coronavirus, they've not carried your product for export again.
Yes. From that time, they are overcarrying again because of that get almost understanding and they might be customer. So from that time, I didn't have the some problem. Even now, I told you my grade two, but I finished the contract because of the situation where we did.
Oh, okay. So can you also look for other markets? Can you look for other markets, other people that will be able to pick up your exports?
I want to know you because I know it that mama why all time. And that's why I want to pick it and told you when it happens.
Okay, I've noted it down. I've noted it down. Thank you. I've noted it down. So maybe what we'll do, maybe at some point is there's maybe what we'll do here is we'll organize like an agricultural hub where we can have like an exporters conference where we can get people that can get people markets abroad. Because I see a lot of people too that want to go into agriculture. These are part of the things I'm going to see how we can bring together and do, one of these days and have a proper, conference. Maybe one of these days I'll call some people I know in the agri space. Just remind me, these are part of things. But you can still go ahead and register for the course I put out there. But like I was saying, a lot of people think money is their problem. Money is not necessarily a problem. Some might need the markets, to be able to thrive on. Hello, how are you?
Today is I'm post producer. I'm looking to many times. So that today I'm faced to produce that.
Yeah, you've spoken already. You've spoken already, and we've answered you. We spoke.
How the the other people that's why I say me I need to make a good decision the another market because I'm not so far for here.
No wahala. That's why I'm saying maybe we'll set up like an agri hub, where people that are interested in exporting can help provide markets. I think that's probably what we're going to do. How we can get like an aggregate market hub for agriculture. So it's something we could think through and we can look at the possibility of harnessing people. But I'm something I'm definitely going to think through because so for him, his problem is markets. He wants to be able to export something. That's it. The phone line 0907 All right, 0907 651 So the question today is at one point, is that your turning point? And anything you think is impossible, know that it is possible. It is just how you introspect deeply that brings the miracle and the survival and the change that definitely you want in your heart to happen. So you need to look at it deeply. You need to look at it deeply. 0907 1008. In the course of the week, I got into an Uber just to be able to know how Uber drivers are feeling. And I got an exclusive interview that we're going to be playing very soon with an Uber driver. So you're going to hear some of the challenges that they face. Hello, how are you?
Good morning, Mr. Rufai.
Morning, bless you. Where are you calling from?
My name is Peace.
Peace, go
I'm
ahead.
calling from Barai Paja.
Okay, from Ipaja. Go ahead, talk to us.
Last month, I contacted you concerning my health. You said you will connect me to the doctor so that I can explain to him what I'm passing through.
Okay. I said I'll connect you to a doctor. Did you
Yes.
give out your number
I gave my number, yes.
out on the air? So it is not me that manufacture the doctors. What we are doing here is crowd pulling. So if anybody is interested in your case, they will call you. If they have
Okay.
not called you, it's not from my hands. So that's why I said you should give out your number on the air. And we hope.
Give it again.
Yeah, you can give it again. We expect somebody to be able to call you if they are interested. So it is not me that said I'll give you a doctor. It's from the
Okay.
listeners that might probably be interested in helping you.
Okay.
Because,
My number is 080
yes,
28
yeah,
136
yeah,
189.
yeah. Okay,
I have to do with my bone. It's a concerning bone.
okay,
They say it's lumbar spondylitis.
okay. So
The
any,
waist bone.
okay, so any doctor interested, you can hear a case the lumbar spondylitis. So I mean, I cannot give you a doctor. All I can do is give you a platform, and anybody that hears your case that they're interested can help you. I can't do it all. It's the very least in my capacity I will do, which is a platform. Hello, how are you?
Morning, my big brother.
Great to have you.
Manjem calling from Abuja.
Manjem, great to have you. How are the outreaches going on in Abuja? Been a minute.
Good to hear your voice this morning.
Good to talk to you.
I tried to know that the line that we always talk
I don't know. I don't know what the telecom network is doing. I've gone to see them. I said they're going to restore it. We've not heard anything. No.
So that was I was unable to call in last week.
Yeah. Yeah.
So thank you so much for this great family this morning.
Yeah.
God is your strength. Yes, concerning the outreach, to God be the glory, we are putting all our efforts.
Okay.
God has been helping us out. So God, we are trusting God in the month of October to go for an outreach at Orumba North local government area in Anambra State.
Okay, that's good.
So we are looking at 5,000 participants to give eyeglasses.
Okay.
So now they need of the mayor, that's the captain, retired captain, classmate, doing the LG, local government chairman, who is partnering with Icon of Open Support Foundation
Okay.
to celebrate the 1 year anniversary in office. So he's partnering with Icon of Open so that we can reach out, give medications, then those who have diabetes and give them drugs and other medical facilities to support.
That's very good. That's very good. Please also call your number out on there so that people that are from Orumba, from the diaspora, that also want to add to what you want to give there at Orumba local government area, so that they can contact you. Just call your number out on there so we can give you our support here.
090
Mm-hmm.
66
Mm-hmm.
83
Mm-hmm.
36
Yeah.
27.
Okay. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
very much.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So Icon of Hope is one of the foundations we do a lot of work with, to be able to help people and get them started. So, like I said, you would listen to that interview again on our YouTube page, VOP 9.0. Hello, how are you?
Hello, good morning, sir.
Morning. What's your name?
My name is Abdul.
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Ajata.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now, there is something I want to tell the Christian and also to let people know because I'm really, really tired of the things that is really happening around me.
Mm.
Now, the thing is, I am in need of job. I have submitted the CV several times for over 1 year now. The people telling me I will call you, will call you this and that, just because I am homeless. So why I needed this job is just to raise money so that I can be able to afford the house. That is why I'm calling on the question to help me on this and also on you, sir, please.
You're homeless. Where do you stay currently?
I sleep on that bridge.
Under what bridge do you sleep?
Yeah, in Ajabadore Junction.
Under Badore Bridge Junction. That's where you sleep. Okay, call your number out. Please, Nigerians would like to call on you. This man sleeps under the Badore Bridge Junction. Let's help him, please. Call your number out.
091
091
28
28
39
39
71
71
99
99. Let's call it again.
091
091
28
28
39
39
71
71
99.
99. So please, Nigerians, this man is under the bridge in Badore right now. Please do what
I
you
needed
can.
to know, but I don't want to go into betting some people because currently some politicians also come there to take advantage of all by giving people money to interrupt people on election day. So I don't want to be part of the
Okay, so
election day.
politicians come to meet you people that stay under the bridge and tell you people to do all sorts of bad things for them. So it's 091
Yes,
297199.
yes, sir.
What's your name?
Forget you, sir.
Okay, Chuku. So you're currently sleeping under the bridge in Badore
For over 1 year.
for over a year. Okay. Where were you staying before you went under the bridge? What happened to you?
Where I was staying before it, I cannot afford to pay for the house rent. So the landlord there, I was staying in Ikorodu back then. So the landlord threw me out. So I used the remaining money that is left for me to send my things back home.
Okay. So you used to very much say your things. Where is back home? Where is home for you? Where's your village? Where are you from? Where are you from?
I am from Imo State,
From
Amman.
Imo State. Okay. So 091283971999. Okay. That's your number. We've put it out there. Hopefully people can be interested and they'll call you and help you. May God help you.
Okay.
All right. It is well.
Thank
It is well. So let's see how we can raise help as much as possible, for that man out there and reach out to one another and help one another. So, like I said, the interview I did with the man that drives an Uber, you can just listen through all online to be able to listen to that. Hello, how are you?
Good morning, Bro Rufai.
Morning, speak up. What's your name? Where you calling from?
All right. Yeah, no, I called before.
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
All right. Sorry, I am Nelson. My name is Nelson Ikawaji. I'm calling from Amuwo.
Okay. Nelson from Amor. Go ahead.
Yes. I don't know because your teachings, I don't know, is mind blowing. And at my times, I don't just know how to help myself. I complain to you concerning my eyesight.
Mm.
But I did not bother because not that I did not bother. I got training, threatened every day as I watch myself. I had attended export training. I paid with the money that people dashed me because I believe that I will see. I did some export training online. I did not bother that my eye was with me like this because my wife has to help me to some of those places that I go for the training. I've attended two training in VOP because I believe I will see. But the drugs, the medicine,
Ooh, we lost that. Please do well to call back. I remember your story, Nelson. Do well to call back. We'll keep giving your number out on the air. See, if I had the money, every call and every need somebody called on air, I'll just dole out money. But even if I had all the money, it's not sustainable because I can't do it alone. The best I can do is create opportunities, trainings like I've given out for close to over 10,000 people, online trainings on graduate schemes so that you've been in a better stead and giving people the chance to be able to air their views so that if other people out there can join me and we can all help people together. Hello, how are you?
hello, good morning, sir.
Morning, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Bukola from Shibiri.
Go ahead.
Please, I need your help, sir.
Okay, what's it about?
I have a container where I'm selling market.
Yeah.
But I have some issues. There's no business in there's no market in the container. So I need your help to assist me so I can buy market to sell.
Ha, I mean, I can't afford to do that. I'm sorry. But I think what you should do, you have a container. You
Yeah.
can call out for people that will help you invest in your business. And you can also state what portion of the business you'll be ready to give them. You can seek a loan, but I can't do it. I don't have the money. The best I can give you is a platform to be able to sell yourself Sell the fact that I'm a businesswoman, I have a container. And if you give me this loan, I'll be able to give you back something in return.
Okay.
So you have the floor. Go ahead.
Hello?
I said you have the floor. Go ahead. Sell yourself.
I don't know how to go about it.
Okay, maybe you think about it before you call back. I have given you this on air platform. You can call out to anybody and say, CEO, I have this container, I need to stock it on. We can partner, or you can give me XYZ loan.
Okay.
But if you think I will give you the money, even if I'm the richest man in the world, I can't meet every need. So when you call and say, oh, you have a container, you need money to buy, I should give you. I don't have the money anyway. But the best I can give you is a platform to be able to sell yourself. So go and think about it and come back.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, it is well. So that's about all we'll be able to do this morning on the show. Listen to the interview playback. God bless all of you. Go on my page, Facebook, Twitter, and you'll be able to see the link for the graduate scheme of help, And the truth is, you can get on that training, get on the AI training. A lot of people are benefiting from that. I pray as you go this week, God will bless you. He'll give you favor. He'll make his grace and face shine over you. In Jesus' name. Amen. Bless you all. And that's about it on the show today.
From the views on the street,
we go to bed empty hunger,
to the blaring horns of a hustling city, the loudest voices of the common man got a medium to be heard.
This particular administration, they were coming unprepared.
It's not a bad thing to renovate the president's lodge.
Through top-notch programming, unbiased reportage of news, sports, business, entertainment, and cultural documentaries, Voice of the People 90.3 FM became a symbol for 21st century media. And now, a new baby is born. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV, youthful, full of vigor and pressure for excellence in the continent's media space, exposing the wrongs, applauding the sentence.
Corruption kills three things:
Voice of the People's Radio, VOP 90.3 FM. Listen to a radio station that keeps you up to date with the current news and talk shows, as well as business programs.
How to find good business ideas in Nigeria.
Listen and learn.
6 powerful strategies for discovering opportunities to make money in the Nigerian market.
Contribute and let's make a better society together.
I think it's the best for us in Nigeria. Actually, we are going to find it difficult for the first time, but in future we are going to gain it. If we can be able to be patient with it, is the best.
Voice of the People's Radio, VOP 90.3 FM.
Tune in every day.
We are Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Now you have a voice.
Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. From the views on the street,
we go to bed empty hunger,
to the blaring horns of a hustling city. The loudest voices of the common man got a medium to be heard.
This particular administration, they were coming unprepared.
It's not a bad thing to renovate the president's lodge.
Through top-notch programming, unbiased reportage of news, sports, business, entertainment, and cultural documentaries, Voice of the People, 90.3 FM became a symbol for 21st century media. And now, a new baby is born. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV, youthful, full of vigor and passion for excellence in the continent's media space, exposing the wrongs, applauding the rights, dissecting the news without fear or favor, through factual and accurate stories and contents.
Corruption kills three things that makes a society.
Representing the interests of the people and giving them a voice. Voice of the People TV is here to stay towards building a fair society. VOP TV, Voice of the People Television, truly a voice for the people.
We are Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Now you have a voice.
Let the rhythm hit 'em. Let it hit 'em.
Sit back and relax. Enjoy good music on VOP Night Jazz. With Shagsy and DJ Wizzy. VOP Night Jazz.
Information from around the world.
On the foreign scene, Russian President Vladimir Putin has told Russians that peace with Ukraine will only take place when Russia achieves its objectives.
A bulletin filled with interesting, educating stories.
The news on VOP 90.3.
From a human angle and on several topics, which include politics, economy, business, and judicial cases.
The Supreme Court will reserve in judgment in the appeal by the governorship candidate of the All Progressives Congress in Bauchi State, Sadiq.
The news as it breaks, with no additives, featuring eloquent analysis from intelligent guests all year round.
A state governor must know himself as a subnational. Governor Tinubu stood his ground against the might of the federal government. The federal government went ahead not to pay Governor Tinubu of Lagos the monies due to him. He said he doesn't care. And he went ahead and he ran the state, took the government to court, and he won.
This is the news on the hour on Voice of the People, 90.3 FM.
For real, both is killing us. Like, they will tell you, which side they go, so that I will just show you.
No, just
I'll show you the charts.
And waiting they talk. So
yes,
they
tell
come
you
out
that
40%.
In most cases, 40%. You go calculate the money at the end of the video. See, you exceed. Normally, they said they didn't even admit to collecting 25%.
I mean, just turn down the music so that we go feel free with the conversation. So as you were saying, so they will not even, you know,
they are not specific. They don't even admit to what they are charging you, the commission they are charging you. They don't admit to it. I have the evidence. I have chats with them. I'll show it to you.
I know we say I get all the agreements before now starts.
The only agreement is bring car, come the app. They test your car, check if your car is qualified to be on the app platform. If it's okay, they will give you access to the app. They don't buy you fuel. They don't pay for that car maintenance. They don't buy you data. If you have an accident, if you're unfortunate enough to have an accident while on the boat platform, Sarah, you would fix your car, you would take care of yourself. There's no insurance on boat.
But they are just taking out the big profits.
Theirs is the profit. And the profit is not like they will say, okay, you come off for money. No. The moment at the end is right, you will see the commission. Immediately you see their money.
So this business, let me see, it don't make sense again. And the state of the economy is also they kill you too.
Yes, we'll buy fuel. Okay, most filling stations you buy fuel at 9:30. From 9, me I buy my own in Apapa. You understand? I buy my own in Apapa because MRS in Apapa still sells for 870. So I'll buy my fuel there. The fuel I know I will use for work. The moment it finishes, I'm home. You get so all these people, they don't even help at all. Boat does not give anything. The only thing they might tell you, okay, finish 9 rides for 4,500 naira. 9 rides. Do you know what it takes to go for 9 rides?
9 different places for 4, 5.
4, 5. That's like their own. This kind they don't do a woof. 9 rides. They'll tell you. There was a time they told me they asked me to finish 12 rides for 9,000 naira. I was like, this will be blessed on that inside the moon.
12 rides for 9,000.
Yes. The 9,000 is more like a stipend. Like, okay, you now a bonus. It's meant to motivate you to work. It's slavery. There's no
and this same never follow their management of boat talk and you know.
The problem is that there is no union.
And they will not allow you guys to have a union.
There's this thing they opened, they said it's union, but the way the whole thing was going, we just knew this one and that one this one, you get a chairman, he will go there, they give him money for back, he don't shut up. Just like other systems we have already. So it's more like an all man for himself thing, kind of thing. Because check, this thing I'm saying is not like go online, mostly on Facebook. You see drivers lamenting about boats. The same reply they give me is the same reply they give to almost every driver. That they are doing one trial. Why you going to do trial with my commission, with my money? That finally I'll be the one to benefit. I'm going home broke every day despite working hours. Sometimes you see 100,000 naira on your dashboard what you worked for the day. By the time you buy fuel, you pay the commission, you go home almost empty-handed. You don't have savings. The cost of fixing vehicles are like on the high side.
Doubled.
Triple, not even double. Triple. You go to Ladipo now, what they are doing, you go now, most of the parts now are not even Tokumbo like they claim. Like all those bowl joints, tie rods, what they do is they will buy the old ones now that you sold to Abuki. Abuki will come and sell to them.
Yes. Because importation costs too, they're
on the high side. They will not use hammer and knock them back. You put them. I spent 200,000 naira on the legs of this car, the underneath of this car. It's not been up to 2 months. My car now, if they walk out, they knock band. At the log dance as they dance to the rhythm when they come up from the leg of the car. These ones, they don't give us anything. The only thing is just go online. If you don't get data, if you come online, you don't consign them. Go online, they don't give you motor, they don't give you anything. Just go online, they give you right.
Wow.
That is the only thing, but the commissions are killing us. I believe if you air this thing, you hear it.
No, I'm going to. It's going to air on radio. I'm going to air it on radio, and I'm also going to air it across, all platforms. No, I'm going to air it on
if possible.
In fact, this night,
make drivers make call, enter.
No,
you go hear other people.
As I reach, I go even put on for Facebook now. Both drivers, please, what are you facing?
Thank you.
No, I will have to put it. No, but this is sad. This is very sad.
As I'm driving you here now,
and you work so hard. This night now, the average time you go reach is now like 12 midnight.
Me, I dey stay sometime 3 a.m.
You see,
just to make sure say I overwork, make I get
tomorrow something. Now 4-5 o'clock. You don't dey road.
I don't dey road again. You go wash car. You go make sure say car dey clean. This one, that one. Before you know, they go call you for inspection. No, call inspect motor.
How many times a week now they inspect?
No, the inspection now in 6 months, twice a year. You just like roadworthiness.
Yeah.
You go do inspection. If you do inspection, finish.
In fact, they talk one recently say they could ask for roadworthiness.
A friend of mine, the driver, they catch him Lagos State driving license last week. They don't catch somebody. That guy paid 8,000 naira to free himself. Me, I dey gather money my wrong go down because I don't get money while attached.
Oh, I get special Lagos State driver's license.
The last week card, they are trying to. This is Lagos State government now doing this one.
Okay, for car operators.
Yes, they said it's every car operator in Lagos, but I know say we the e-hailing guys now we go be their major target.
Danfo gets the last week.
Danfo. When last Danfo go? I never ever go do.
Why we say Danfo no they do inspection, no they do all those things.
Danfo they renew paper. Danfo they renew paper. Danfo they cause traffic. You go see last man go stand, collect 200. Me might do mistakes. I drop passenger anyhow. The things we see on this road, see those ones in airports. What they do is sometimes they will book ride. Those guys, those towing truck guys, they will book ride. You now go come. You go, innocently, you no go know. You go match break, then they go enter. They don't confiscate your car.
Really?
Yes, that you're not supposed to park here. You go look, last, you no go see who book ride. In don't go. You go come, you go enter the motor. Then go keep it quiet. The moment the person they enter, they'll tell you, say, nah, drop off. No only drop, they drop for here. If you don't pay attention to the drivers when they're on top, all those, that one did happen for MM2 where and MM1 with the international. 70,000 you go vomit them.
Country we don't had already. They still gonna make a handout.
They know I've been a police. Now police don't want to. I know how many times for Orchard Road. Me and police don't get them. I go carry small boy, then go carry and come outside. They start in pocket like say this thing. I mean, go based on say I go see and say okay, this boy now maybe he just see small money. One go enjoy himself. I'll say okay, before you put hand for your pocket, let me see your hand. They will not tell me, are you know an Uber driver? Go and see that. I say yes, this guy is my responsibility because if anything happens now, it's on record that I am with him. So you know, go just carry and intimidate like that. If you want carry and go station, carry all of us. The country they I don't just know that Uber own no, I don't know that police own no. I've been at fuel station, so if you know shine eye, they'll say air for you.
They'll say air for you.
They'll say air for you. Collect your 15-20,000. They go their way. You think plenty, bros. No be one, no be two.
But when you first start Uber,
yes,
things were a whole lot better, right?
Yes.
So what changed?
I started Uber under this guy's Jonathan's regime. That one, the fares were like normal 15, 700, 800.
But that time the 15 gave value.
It gave value because now head of bread no be 2,500 naira. One loaf of bread now from 2,500 upwards. Unless you want to go buy that balloon where they just coat bread flavor, where they call agege, where they sell 500, 700. If you want to chop better bread now from 2,500. Milk, how much? Milk now 1,500. 14 milk. If you buy the sachet, you go see and they don't blow and conceal. If you open and it's in the full 1 spoon. But under good luck's regime, at least, that if you do in a day, if not 10,000 follow you go house, you feel save money.
And the 10,000 get value.
Yes, it get value. This one, okay, now as I walk now, I might drink beer. How much be beer now? 1,000 naira per bottle. Nothing, there's no, I don't remember when last I chopped fish, catfish.
So, when you visit the things that to spoil the come?
They started from APC, the moment APC took over. We started. And the major thing, the major contribution to it was when they started increasing the prices of what's it called, fuel. One. Secondly, the custom duty.
Well, custom duty.
Yes.
When it went up for cars.
Went up for cars, and then parts became a problem. Fixing your cars now became a problem.
So as all of that snowballed into all this mahala where you get. So
then Tinubu now the grand master of suffering. Come now and I ain't come demoralize everything.
Wow. So as we speak today, averagely, how much should they feed the carry go as in a month from this business?
In a month?
Yeah.
At all. Say you carry 200,000 in a month, go house back. Your body supposed to tell you, you're supposed to know how many painkillers you take.
And you do work for how many hours? Like work from 3 till 5?
Most times I leave the house. You go meet up morning rush. Because Lagos now, you know, Lagos wakes up from, Lagos never sleeps.
Yeah.
So most times in order to meet up, you meet up with those people that want to work 5 a.m. Sometimes I sleep on the island. You understand? I'll just go as far as ShopRite. Sangotedo. Sleep on the island, sleep there. Then in the morning I on my app. If you're lucky, you get an airport ride from there. You know, just build that early start. Build that early foundation. Get 1 or 2 before you go 3-4 rides, because then it's a rush hour. People are going to work. If you get people like coming down to the VI, that one might the money they come up. So you come up from 5. Most like me, I come out 5 a.m. That 5 a.m. I'll walk till say around 10:30. I go back home, refresh. That's when I go for breakfast, refresh, and then rest for a bit. Then I come out around 3 p.m. again till God knows when.
So till night. Till...
Yes. I feel they show you and for my app, you can see and say yes, the boy they work, but get the money. I can't remember the last time I was able to afford a good pair of shoes. Like this shoe I like, my buy and buy. And I'm complaining all this. I'm not yet married even.
So what if you were married?
The married ones now, not even what if. We have married people in the game with 2-3 kids.
School fees.
Added to the risk again involved in the work. Some of the riders, their own is to bust your head, use a cable to strangle you to death and go away.
So the riders kill the drivers?
Of course now. There's one that happened then. One guy that came from US. That one was last December, I think. That happened in Obalende. Riders come, they kill not all riders though. Like thieves use those ones that are thieves. Like me now, if I'm working at night, especially if you book with a female, I see a female name on the app, and I'm hearing a man's voice, and I ask for the female, the original person who registered on that app, the female name I'm seeing there, the person the bearer of that name. If you don't answer me, I know you hear that voice, I know they come. I know I cannot be certain if it's the girl. But what they do is most times they steal, that's the way I see it. They will steal phones from people. If they discover there's a boat app already, they'll use that boat app now to request a ride. And boats now don't get time to tell you, say, okay, see where the person go if you survive, or see where your motor go. We have drivers, and drivers here and now. Many drivers have lost their cars due to robbery. That's the ones that survived. But boat does not do anything. Even for burial, they need to go. You don't concern them. They need to even go when they do burial.
But their own are just to collect their commission.
Boat now to give you passenger. Boat be like Agbero. Give you this thing, collect their commission. Just go online. Their own park now, and give this app. They hear the rhythm of the tires.
Yeah. But in all of this, how are you? How do you feel?
I'm not fine. I need a better Nigeria. I know what I did last election to make sure, yes, that we're not rigged out. Oh boy, Last it happened. I mean, this you see this very 2027, but I don't go lie for you. They say Moku do almost 10 grand. Say more. It's either for we to have that change, or everybody could die, make the country scatter again. Because what are we living for now? I know if you raise money, it's okay, my job like other people. That one, I know they even think that. If I sell my motor, sell my whole entire income, do to go anywhere. So what we need is a new, we'll get God-fearing people now. We have all it takes to make this country a large one of people. I'm an Igbo man, I'm not agitating for Biafra. I was born and brought up in the north, you understand? So I've seen their cultures, I've seen the good part of Islam, the Muslims, I've seen the bad part of them. You understand? I can vividly tell you for free that the good ones are even larger in number than the bad ones. I'm not agitating for Biafra, no. I want my kids, if possible, let my kids also grow up in the north. Have that same orientation I have. Not just coming and saying, okay, you're one. No.
All you just need is a better life.
We just need a better life. One country. See killings everywhere. You don't okay. Most times I travel with this vehicle. People will say, okay, I'm going to so place. These days I find it very hard to travel because see Kwara State, maybe Kwara they say
bandits for Kwara.
Kwara here. So it's spreading fast. You don't even know where it's safe anymore. To travel now is a problem.
Okay, with this business now, they see travel higher, we go carry on that go.
Yes, now. If not for offline, plenty drivers go don't die now. Like that offline.
Okay, so I go see opportunity.
Yes,
if you see me can carry that go be.
The way I do my own is if I come, I have a very good interaction with you. You understand? I let you know, okay, like see these ones. Let me show you something. Like I told you, I do cars. Anything that is legit in Lagos, I do it.
Yes.
I source things for people. See, this one na rim.
Yeah.
You understand? See this one na clothes. This one na designs why I get plans for why I never see the money. See this one na cars. You understand?
Yeah.
No more of cars. All these things you're seeing are cars.
Well.
You understand? So I do cars. This one's na chairs. There's one woman that brings in stuff from Canada. So somebody hooked me up with her and just told her that anything you want to sell in Lagos, this boy will sell for you.
Yeah.
She has attachments like almost 2 million pieces. I don't they sell that one. So it's just I put my hand into everything. If you want to buy parts now, I can source direct genuine parts for you. I have somebody in Japan. So through him, I got to know people he sends stuff to, those who helps him sell his stuff. So what I do is I'll go and meet them. Should you remember me, Abi?
Yeah.
But yeah, I need so thing for so vehicle. So anybody tells you to go and meet, if I go there, I'll still tell the person I be allergic driver. So if you know say you don't want to spoil your link of getting Kaya, you'll give me better one. And based on who send me come. So all those things I just make sure if anywhere I go to I try to make 1 or 2 connections. It's Lagos.
And you just try as much as possible to get things working.
You know, like this work now, one of the major advantages of this work is that you get to meet people. You understand? That's why I try as much as possible to make sure that my service is top notch because you don't know where you're power from country.
Yeah.
Now the truth, most of the people I know today that maybe at them and they drop from not from this work.
Yeah.
Now from this boat work, it's happened to this again. I got the feel only fun.
Yeah.
You know, the boats going.
Gorgeous music, thank you. President of the Federal Republic of Germany, Dr. Steinmeier, Mayor of Berlin, Minister for Culture and Media, Dr. Monica Grütters, Director of the Humboldt Forum, Professor Dagalo, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, actually good morning-ish, it's almost afternoon. Thank you for having me here. When I was researching my second novel, Half of a Yellow Sun, which is set during the Nigerian-Biafran War that started in 1967, a woman told me a story about her elderly father. It was early in the war, and they were in their Biafran hometown, feeling relatively safe because the war seemed far away. Then suddenly they heard the loud, terrifying sounds of bombing very close to them, and they knew that they had only minutes to leave their home and run into the interior for safety before the Nigerian soldiers arrived. The elderly father was a wealthy man, but the only thing he rushed to take with him was his ikenga, a piece of wood, a beautifully carved piece of wood. But it wasn't just a piece of wood. It was also the repository of spiritual meaning. The ikenga represented his chi, his personal spirit, as well as his ancestors, his guardian angels. I was struck by this story. This man, facing the possibility of never seeing his home again, chose the thing that mattered most to him. Of course, he cared about his material possessions, but he believed that those could eventually be replaced, while his ikenga was irreplaceable. There are ikengas in various museums all over the world today, and it is easy to forget as we stare and admire them behind cold and clinical glass barriers that these are objects that are religious, spiritual, sacred. Art lives in history, and history lives in art. Much of what we call African art are also documents. They tell stories. Some are literal in their storytelling, like the beautifully ornate Benin stool that was sent to the Oba of Benin by his people when he was exiled by the British, and which he looked at and immediately could deduce from the carvings the state of his British plundered land. Other sculptures and carvings are more metaphorical. They speak to the dignity of a people, to their worldview, to their aspirations. Some of the early Christian missionaries across the African continent were very keen on destroying African art. Carved African deities, which they told the Africans were just magic. I cannot help but wryly wonder what could be more magical than the story of a man who dies and then magically rises again, a man who also manages to magically give his body as bread. And I say this, by the way, as a newly returned Roman Catholic. The point is that belief systems vary, and as long as they feed the spiritual needs of a people, they're valid. We cannot be dismissive of a belief system merely because it is unfamiliar to us, just as we cannot be dismissive of a history because we are uncomfortable with it. So I'd like to tell a small story about a Nigerian woman who's married to a Belgian and has lived in Belgium for many years. She said once that she was shocked that her son, while being taught Belgian history, was taught nothing about Congo. They teach my son in school that he must help the poor Africans, she said, but they don't teach him about what Belgium did in Congo. Now, if her son does not learn that the modern Congo state began 100 years ago as the personal property of a brutal Belgian king who was desperate to get wealthy from ivory and rubber, if her son does not learn that the hands of Congolese people were chopped off with rusty axes for not producing enough resources to meet a task, because we collectively acknowledge that it is so. It is not that Europe has denied its colonial history. That would be too crude. It is instead that Europe has developed a way of telling the story of its colonial history that ultimately seeks to erase that history. The former French Prime Minister, Nicolas Sarkozy, gave a now infamous speech in Senegal, in which he said, "I have not come to deny mistakes or crimes. Mistakes were made and crimes committed. But no one can ask of the generations of today to expiate this crime perpetrated by past generations." This is central to the story that Europe tells itself about its colonial history. It is a story that basically says, yes, colonialism happened, but. And whatever comes after the but is the focus of the story. What the focus on the but does is that it absolves. It frees Europe of responsibility, of a significant and traceable connection to the African present, and it allows Europe the glow of charity. But the truth is that the past does not merely tell us what happened yesterday, it also illuminates what happens today. If we acknowledge that present-day Europe is shaped by the Renaissance of 600 years ago, by the Enlightenment of 300 years ago, then surely we cannot say that what happened merely 100 years ago in Africa no longer matters. It matters. We are gathered today in this reconstructed palace, a beautiful place, but also a place that represents Germany's nostalgia for imperial times. When Kaiser William II lived here, German troops were killing children, women, and men in Southwest Africa. This building says that German history matters, even in a romanticized form. The history of Africa and Asia and Latin America must matter as well. We cannot pick and choose which histories and which points of view still matter, because to do this would be an ugly exercise of brute power. And speaking of power, here's a headline I just read in a German publication. The headline says, "Where do Africa's treasures belong?" Now imagine this headline differently. Imagine if it said, "Where do Germany's treasures belong?" It would be a redundant question, because of course, Germany's treasures belong in Germany. But the question would never even be asked, because there would be no circumstance in which it would be, because of power. And so it seems to me that what we are fundamentally grappling with in this space, in all of these questions about the Humboldt Forum, is power. Unequal power, how we navigate unequal power relations. And there's always been, to me, something shabby about unequal power relations. The victory feels colorless, almost unearned. So I spoke of Belgium and its colonial history, but what of Germany and its colonial history? Do school children here learn about Namibia, what was called the German Southwest Africa? Do school children know that 100,000 Herero people were murdered by the Germans? Do they know of the wells that were poisoned? Do they know of the women used as sex slaves and others as slaves in German camps? Do they know of the Nama people killed and of the Maji-Maji revolt in German East Africa? And why should they know? Because to tell only one part of a story is essentially to lie. A story is true only when it is complete. Germany is Beethoven, and Germany is Bach, and Germany is also its colonial atrocities that have resulted in hundreds of African skulls being stored in the basement of museums here in Berlin, skulls of men whose spirits cannot be at rest, men who could well have been my great-grandfather had I happened to have been born in Eastern rather than Western Africa. It is only fair to fully own all of the stories of Germany. All countries have parts of their pasts that they're not proud of, that they would rather forget. But it takes courage to face those parts and bring in some light. And this is a time for courage. The courage to hear dissenting voices, such as those of the people who are outside right now protesting. They should be heard and included. They have valid concerns. The courage not merely to say, we take your criticism, but to follow it with action. The courage to say, we were wrong. The courage to say about art acquired illicitly, this is not ours, tell us what to do with it. The courage to do provenance work and to actively use local knowledge. The courage to act and to act now and not become crippled by endless planning and endless talking. The courage to believe that it can be better. We cannot change the past, but we can change our blindness to the past. And why, by the way, is the term ethnological used for art from certain parts of the world and not art for other parts of the world? And then in discussing some of this art that we term ethnological, and I would argue that the language itself already suggests a hierarchy of value, when we talk about this art that was stolen, we're told that they cannot be returned to Africa, for example, because Africans will not take good care of them. It is not merely condescending to say, I cannot return what I stole from you because you will not take good care of it. It is also lacking in basic logic. Since when has the basis of ownership been taking good care of what is owned? This position is paternalistic arrogance of the most stunning sort. It does not matter whether Africans or Asians or Latin Americans can take care of the art stolen from them. What matters is that it is theirs. The brilliant Nigerian artist Victor Hikameno put it much better than I could, and in very Nigerian terms. He says, if I come and steal your wrapper, and I say I won't give you back your wrapper because you will not tie it properly around your waist, or you will not wash it well, and so the colors will fade, or this or that, all are irrelevant. The wrapper is mine, and I can do with it what I will. Give me back my wrapper because it is mine. The metaphorical wrapper, for those of you who are befuddled by wrapper, it's a piece of cloth, should be returned for the reason that Hikameno illustrates, which is respecting the property of others, but also because Europe has defined itself as a place of certain values: progress, liberty, fraternity, tolerance, individual rights, and most of all, the rule of law. A nation that believes in the rule of law cannot possibly be debating whether to return stolen goods. It just returns them. And so if the dignity of those from whom the art was stolen does not matter, then surely this idea should matter, that Europe should be what it claims to be. Live up to the ideals with which you define yourself. I should pause here and note that sometimes these conversations run the risk of sounding like empty moralizing, or like asking for the impossible or the unrealistic, or insisting on an unattainable purity and perfection. Obviously, I don't think everything should be sent back to the countries from which they came. Not everything was stolen. But those things that are sacred, those things for whom people were killed, those things that have in them the stains of innocent blood, should be returned. Obviously, we do not have all the information. There are facts lost in unrecorded history, but we can draw reasonable conclusions based on information that we do have. We can deduce, for example, that the Ngonso, the beautiful sculpture of the founder and guiding spirit of the Nso people of Cameroon, a former German colony, could not possibly have been obtained under benign circumstances. Because why would you willingly give up your guiding spirit? It is also important to remember that not all wounds are visible. Some wounds we carry in our hearts, inherited from our parents, passed on to our children. But this discourse is, of course, not just about the Humboldt Forum. It is about museums all over Europe, in France, in the Vatican, in Britain. And I must acknowledge that Germany is the first of the powerful European nations that has made a gesture towards returning the Benin bronzes. But it is also interesting that the announcement said that a substantial amount would be returned, which made me wonder how this would be determined and by whom. And it is equally interesting that it is British colonial loot rather than German colonial loot that is being returned by Germany. But still, it is progress. And Germany's action, this gesture towards righting what is wrong, must be acknowledged. My acknowledgement of it is not to say that the work is done, but that the work has started, and that perhaps a place like the British Museum, and I know that Neil is here, which owns the majority of the Benin bronzes, might perhaps be inspired by the German decision, and that hopefully the British Museum will rethink and that hopefully the British Museum will rethink its policy of retain and explain, which is unacceptable. So this is the Humboldt Forum. A forum usually implies, among other things, a space created for a free exchange of ideas. One can only hope that the Humboldt Forum will live up to its name as a space for true intercultural and transcultural exchange of ideas in mutual respect between the cultures. But this rhetoric, free exchange of ideas, must be practical. And by that, I mean such things as travel visas. It must be easy for people from Africa and Asia and Latin America who should participate in these conversations to get travel visas. The Humboldt Forum was conceived as a place to tell the universal story of the human race from multiple perspectives. This is a commendable idea, but it is incomplete. Because again, we must confront the issue of power. Who tells the story? Who is the teller and who is told about? Who decided that African art should be labeled ethnological? Who has the right to exhibit the other? Can the Humboldt Forum be an opportunity? Can it become, among other things, a project of remembering, solemn, honest, mutual, and respectful? In conclusion, I want to say that I believe very much in dialogue. And I really believe that we can recreate the world by acting more courageously. To act with courage is to have concrete hope in a better future. We carve out a small space of the world, we shape and we reshape it, and in that way, small slice by small slice, we walk slowly, yes, but we walk on the path to real progress. Courage and hope are intertwined. Courage is an act of hope, and hope is born of courage. Acts of courage create hope, and there is nothing more essential to the human spirit than hope. So here's to courage. Thank you.